Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I have something totally new that has never been on this channel whatsoever. It's never even, I don't even think it's ever even been talked about. But anyways, you could see the title down below, but we're not going to take up a lot of your time. But what we got here is what they call a game stick Lite. They claim to have 20,000 um, games onto this, like 23 different emulators, meaning like Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, um, Super Nintendo, different platforms altogether. I'm 61, my kids are all in their 40s, but you go back when they were growing up in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, that's where all those games were. And those were the games I played with my kids. And I seen this here, and actually, I have another one. So I actually have another review coming up on another device like this here. But anyways, this is the first one I got, and I got this over at on Amazon for $19.99. Actually, I had a $5 credit, so I actually got it for $14.99. But anyways, this is here is a like I said, it's supposed to have 20,000 games. It comes preloaded onto it. We'll take it down below. We'll take a look at it. And I'm very sorry. I'm very rude. Welcome to all the new visitors that have come to this channel here. I hope you enjoy this channel. Normally, we don't talk about this kind of stuff, but we have been on other platforms that I'm on. I have done different things. So, this is normally a cannabis channel. So, if this is something that interests you, welcome, please. And if you like it, please hit the like and subscribe. So, anyways, getting back to this here, like I said, just I seen it and I'm very interested to see how it works. It's supposed to hook up to your TV. You don't have to hook it up to your computer. You're not buying a whole bunch of different game systems to break your bank. And just like I do talk about on the Cannabis channel, I try to get you something that's going to work for you, but now without breaking your wallet. Same thing. So, like I said, it kind of correlates with one another, but yet this is something different to there. So we're not going to take too much time. Let's dive down and we'll dig. Okay, so here we are down below here, and as you can see, it says on the box here, retro game console for NES, made in China. And this says 2.4 gig controller, gamepad. It says Lite. It tells you here, professional game chip, connects to TV, classic games, double rocker control. They must be talking about the controllers that come with it. On this side, it really doesn't say anything. It just says original 3D rocker, special game rocker for arcade, high sensitivity, and anti-skid design. And it's got the Rojas, all your different stickers, labels here. Same thing on this side. Pretty much the same thing here. And here it just gives you some description. This is what your game stick looks like. We'll take it out and then we'll take a look at it. It says 4K Ultra, but we're really only going to be running in 3D, 2D. We're going to be using like 8-bit and 16-bit graphics. I don't believe it's going to be a 4K, but we'll find out when we hook up to the TV. But anyways, this just gives you an idea, gives you the product specs and everything. You can look on the website. Like I said, it'll bring it up there, but I don't want to take up much of your time. Let's open this up and find out what we got in here. This way for y'all. So the first thing we got in here is your game stick. This is 4K Lite. This is where your HDMI, this goes into the back of your TV. A lot of your TVs, monitors, will have the HDMI onto it. On this side, this comes with a 64 gigabyte chip that's in there. Let's see if it'll come out. See what kind of chip they're using. It looks like they're just using a basic, generic. If you have a chance, you should probably back that up. I probably will. And then it just goes back in. And on the back side here, you have a power cord and you have a USB spot. Well, that is for this here. This is the dongle for the controller. So we'll put that in now. That just goes in like that. There, tells you USB. We'll put that to the side for a minute. Here's one of the controllers here. It looks like a PlayStation 1 controller. Pretty solid though. They're not like really plasticky feeling. They're not the rubbery ones like you would for the real PlayStations, but it's got a on and off button here, and this is for like if you have player 2 or player 1, and this will tell you when you have the power and when it's synced to the little USB dongle there. So we'll throw some batteries in. That just comes off here like that, and it takes two AAA batteries. They only go in one way, and the other one the other way. They just follow the sign onto your pad itself. And then when you turn that on here, on the back, it's going to flash because it's looking for that dongle, which is not hooked up yet. So we'll shut that off for now. We'll put that to the side. And like I said, you get another game stick. I mean, not a game stick, another controller. Here's your power cord, which we'll need to hook up into here. And then this, you need a 5 amp block if you don't, I mean a 5 volt block if you don't have one like this. But a lot of your TVs and monitors will have a USB. I did find on the USBs on the monitors, not TVs, don't have enough power to push the controller. So you might want to think about getting an external, running it onto run a cord down to a power strip. And then here is your HDMI extender. And what that is that when you hook up on the back of your TV or monitor, you'll see it's a rather small area, and you can see how wide this is. This is probably about little over 2 inches wide, so you're not going to have much room to put this into there. So they give you this, which is really cool, and you just put this over here, and then you plug this into your HDMI on that end, and then your power cord will go here, and then that's going to be your whole machine. And so we're going to hook this up, and then when we come back, we'll try out some of the games, and maybe we can find some gems here. So stick around. Alright, so here we are. We've got the TV hooked up. Now we're going to go power it up for the first time. You're joining me as we power this up for the first time to see how this thing even works. Alright, well, it goes right in. It says Arcade Classics. Let me turn the power on. And now this is working. You can see if it'll show the light. That it's paired up with both blue lights. So shows that it's working there. Now this shows that there is Arcade Classics. It shows that there's 603 games. FB Alpha, I'm really not sure what that game is. I want to say it's probably a Neo Geo. We'll go back to it. MAME is another. It's a multiple arcade machine emulator. That one has got a lot of different like Game Boy ones onto it. It does have your Atari games. It says there's 975. Atari 52 says there's 65 games. We'll check these out. I just want to go through the list and then we'll try out some of the games. Atari 7800, it says there's 81 games. Lynx, I believe, is an Atari. I think they're attached to Atari, so I'm not sure. But some of these I'm not sure of because, like I said, I mean, it's been over 30 years, and some of them I never played. Capcom, we'll go through all the games afterward, but 20 games, Capcom 2, 20 games, Capcom 3, 494. PC Engine. Now that's a unique one here. I think that PC Engine is like all different computer games, but we'll get into it. We'll find out what they are. Entertainment system, I'm pretty sure is Nintendo. I'm pretty sure it's like your regular Nintendo, and then these are your entertainment hacks. We'll get into all of those. It's got Game Boy games. Super Famicom is actually, I believe that's Super Nintendo. I believe they're part of that. Then you have your other Super Nintendo. I'm not sure. Like I said, we'll get into them. Some of these games I'm really not sure of the emulators, so We're going to try them out: Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, Sega Game Gear, Mega Drive, Neo Geo Pocket, PlayStation, all games. So what it says for all games, it says 20,132. And I have nothing in my favorite jet. You would just click on it and there's nothing there because I haven't done anything yet. So to get out of that is, I believe, the start button. No, it ain't that. Start and select. That ain't it. We're figuring this all out here. Select is A. Start select is the menu. I don't want that. Okay, so we can look for certain games here. We're not going to do that either right now. And I think if you hit your B and your left, that'll bring you back out to the games. So let's just get into some of the games and see what we got here. Let's check out some of the PlayStation games first. We have Driver, Crash Wolf. I believe that's a Crash Bandicoot. Fantasy Water. I'm not sure. Some of these names are going to be not what they are, is only because they are Confused Wolf. That sounds crazy. Xena. We'll just go through a bunch of them. We're not going to take a bunch of your time. Crash Wolf 1, 2, and 3. But again, as you can see, it's Crash Bandicoot. Confused Wolf. Again, these are just actual, you know, ROMs that these people have downloaded. So that you're going to get a lot of doubles. I just want to see. You got Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Let's see what that one is. And again, I haven't played this game in like 30 years. So let's see what this brings. Seems relatively smooth. It looks kind of scratchy though. I mean, I don't think it's no 4K.
Choose your destiny. Excellent. Lite.
Trying to figure out what the any even oh man. All right, so I got my ass kicked. We'll try one more and then we'll go find another game. All right, so now to get out of here, we're going to hit the start and select. Or maybe not. Okay, yeah, it does. So hit start and select. And then you can save your game there. And then if you come back in, you can hit the load. It does have disk control. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You probably can play in disk dry cycle trays. It ain't nothing I'm looking forward to into. So, and then we can just get. And then to do that, you just hit your B button. And it brings you right back. You hit the quit. So now let's see what else there is. Let's see what this one is. Like I said, I want to try a couple different platforms to see if everything works. So far the PlayStation works seems to be pretty good. It's not terrible. You can hear this one; it's struggling. It's got that game over into there too, so that's not a good sign there. But again, it's Sega Mega Drive. Let's see what we got in here. Three ninjas. You got the starter 6 pack. Real monsters. And again, I'm just like I said, I'm looking. I'm not looking to play online games. I'm looking just for when I'm sitting here and ain't got nothing else much going on, and I just want to chill and play a quick game or just kill time. That's all I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a lot of money that can be spent. We're only in the B's. Holy cow! I think if I hit over, it goes 10 at a time. Also, so we're going to C's, and if I hit over again, it'll drop down 10 more. It just kind of lets you go through a little bit faster, so you're not having to just keep on pressing it down. Family Feud. Ha! Frank Thomas. Let's see what this one is. I haven't. This is another. It's a game I haven't touched in 40 years. It's one of my favorite games. Let's see how it if it makes any noise or anything. So far, so good. Doesn't seem to be stretched out. Still got the touch. Swing, bada, 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 swing. Missed it. Doesn't seem to be any hesitation here whatsoever. You got a nice smooth. Doesn't seem to be any jumping. It's got nice sound. You got a nice sound to the bat. There, so we can get out of here. And then, like I said, if I wanted to save it, you hit save, and then quit, and then we'll go back in, and it should be the same at bat now. We want to go back in. I just want to see if it's actually going to save it and go back in for that. Now, when you get to here, you hit your start and your select, and it's going to hit load state, and right back at the 4 with 2 home runs, and then hit start. Now I believe Super Nintendo and Super Famicom are going to be the same. Yeah, they got the same logo. So you got Super Baseball, ABC Monday Night Football. Heck yeah. I just want to see if they have Madden on here. Ooh, they got Brett Hall hockey though. Right there, Brett Hall. Heck yeah, that was one of my favorite games too. I think it was 1995 though, so that I don't know if that's the one. A couple Donkey Kong games there. One, two, three. Donkey Kong BR, I'm not sure. Then Donkey Kong USA, Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong 3. Got a few different Dooms. Dragon Ball Z. Final Fantasy. Got quite a couple different ones of those. Ooh, Jurassic Park. Heck yeah. I seen Madden. Madden 94, Madden 95, Madden 96, Madden 97, Madden 98. Let's check them out. Let's check out 98. See if it works. We'll just try something here. Go with it. And the screen does not look that bright. Let me see if I can lower the brightness on this. Hang on. Yeah, it's the lighting in here. It's just terrible. I could. That's gonna mess it all up. But you can see that it works. Oh, this is entertainment system, so I'm not really sure what this one is. That's what I was. Just find something random here. I know I'll get my ass kicked, but that's all right. See what this does. I've never played this game even when it was there. Actually, I should have left the voice on, the sound on. Wonder if it'll let me. That's fine. so let's try the 5200. Let's see if it's. My wife's favorite game is Miss Pac Man. This one it should have no problem because it's I believe it's like an 8-bit, so this one should not have any kind of issues whatsoever. These must be arcade games, I'm assuming. Probably similar to like the what the Capcom. Puzzle Fighter. We'll go easy. Ryu. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, I see what I gotta do. I gotta make the puzzle. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but it seems like I'm doing something, so we'll just leave it at that. Alright, so I have no idea what we're doing here, so we are going to get out of here, if it'll let me. Alright, so let's take it back up on top and I'll give you my final thoughts. How's that sound? Let's try one more. Alright, so anyways, we're back up on top here. Let me give you my final thoughts on this. The overall performance, there was some hit or miss onto there. I played a couple other ones that I cut out. But there was some, you could hear some of the noise, it just didn't sound good. Some of the games played really, really super good. Like the Sega Genesis games, the Sega ones seemed to be very good. The Ataris were really good. A couple of the PlayStations were good, but a couple of them were really choppy. Overall, for the $20, it's worth it. I mean, you ain't gonna go out and get a system for that price. These controllers, they're decent. I mean, they're not like anything that's but you can get different ones as long as you buy the right dongle that'll line match up to it. Um, but overall, I dig this game. I'm gonna have hours of fun with it. I really am. I can like I said, it's $20. If it didn't work, I was out $20. But like I said, I do have another one. Spent a little bit more money onto that one. But overall, I dig this here. I can recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I think you guys would really, really, really enjoy it a lot. Like I said, I'm not looking to play online. I'm looking just for in my little cave here that I just want to hang out. So overall, I dig it, and it's well worth the 20. I mean, it literally. I mean, I broke it all down, but it took like less than 5 minutes to hook up and fire up onto it. It fired up immediately, as you saw. Some of the games, like I said, not so much. But it does have all those different emulators into it that I showed you onto there. Some of them I've never tried. I'll get to try them out now. I mean, I got it here. So, but overall, and like I said, the game controllers, I dig it because these are like the old PlayStation ones and even these, the shoulder buttons, they work. The top buttons here work very well. These kind of feel kind of flimsy. Nothing I played worked here, but these up here did work. So overall, I'll give it a thumbs up, and I can dig it. And like I said, I can have hours of fun, and when I do my extracurricular activity, this is a great thing to do with it. So, all right, people. So until the next time, peace.